Amazon wig, you know, doing this. Come on now, be for real. Be entirely for real. Hi dolls, and welcome to my channel. I am Trim the Doll. In this video, I'll be doing a wig customization, a wig install. I will be reviewing this Amazon wig. So it came out great. This style was inspired by a TikToker, and I will be inserting her. If you guys like this video, and if you do, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, because I really need the support. It kind of stretches out. Hope it stretches out from my head. Just saw this piece. Oh, okay. Okay, so I had to cut off that top piece. I'm using the Got2b glue to push back my hairline to get all the hair out of the way. So pushing the hair back definitely helps you see your hairline better when you pull down the cap. So now once I've completely dried the front of my hairline, I'm going to pull the cap down and I'm going to start making little holes. Really fast and just move the hair like out of the way so you don't tear it. I think it's cool. Yeah, and like you want it to be covering your hairline. Now I'm going to use the Got2b glue to start outlining my hairline on top of the cap. When drying your cap, you want to make sure that it is completely dry before even starting to cut it, because if you do, it is just going to lift. I like to spray the even spray just to give it a better melt and to really secure it. For this step, I am cutting my cap. However, I am gently doing it because if you start pulling just a little too hard, the cap will lift. Once you've cut off the front, you can begin now cutting around your ear. Cut around my ear, I like to use that tab that is now in the back and just tuck it into my cap. Any extra thick part I see, because I want it to be really flat. So now I'll be showing you how I prep the wig to bleach the knots. First, I start by spraying it with some hairspray, and I comb it back so that the flyaways and all the hair is pulled back. Like this. So flipping her inside out. Recommended to use a canvas head. It really helps better when you're applying the bleach. So these are the products that were just shown that I use, and now I'm just stirring them together and making more of like a batter consistency. Applying the bleach, you want to make sure that you are getting every section of the closure, just getting that front lace really well, and making sure that you are patting it on and not just like bulking on the bleach. I like to go in with layers, so just making sure that it is saturated on there. So after about 25 to 30 minutes, I wash it off with hot water, and first, before I add any product, I see all the bleach is gone, I start going in with my purple shampoo just to get rid of any brassiness. Sections out, and I just start plucking, and not plucking in the same spot, because if you do, you will create a bald spot or do over plucking. Plucking too much in the same position, just going across and going backwards. For me, I like to start on one side, so I wouldn't just do the whole, start parting the whole front of the closure. I would do it section by section. So I would split it in half. It's not entirely just in the middle, but just splitting it in half period, and then just going in and plucking it just like you see me doing. patience about this one. Thankfully, this is a color. Yeah, I decided I wanted to pre-cut the lace, like just to make it easier to melt, and so that's one part that I can skip, because I feel like once you can see the hair on the canvas head, it's easier to cut compared to being on your head. But I've done both. I just preferred this time around just to cut it before I put it on my head. So I'm cutting zigzag. So now we got the lace on, and she's already pre-cut. Okay. Velcro brush. And like boho, in my opinion, I feel like you gotta be really quick with it because it dries super fast. And I just feel like, whoa. And then it just like the hair will lay down. Now I'm just laying the lace on top of the glue that I put down, and like mentioned before, it does dry pretty fast. So as soon as I lay it down, I start blow drying it down and just going in with my comb just to make sure it is laid into my skin. For a better melt, I'm gonna go back in with my even spray. Velcro headband is actually from the vendor, and I'm using that to melt my lace. Now I'm going in, just hot combing the hair out of the way while it's melting, and just making sure the top is flat. I am revealing that the lace is melted, and I like the way it came out. I did forget to clean off my front, so for my girlies, make sure you clean up your front before you begin to style. Now you'll see me parting out the sections that I'm going to use for my baby hairs. This part is important because when you are shaping out your baby hairs, you want them to be even. So you'll see me like checking each side, just making sure that they're pulled out correctly and they look the same. So now that I've found the parts that I think is best for my baby hairs, I'm just thinning them out and just plucking it out. So now for cutting the baby hairs, I learned that you kind of have to cut them like at an angle just to get them to look more natural. So like the top piece is shorter, then it keeps going down to like a layer basically. And that's what I learned. It really like helps with swooping the edges. So now I'm just sculpting out where I want my braids to be, and I parted it out. I'm just like twisting it up just to section it. So for my edges and styling, I like to use Eco Styler gel. Found the shape of my edges that I like. I go back in with Got To Be glue gel. So here I am using the edge brush that the company sent me, and it was nice. It worked very well. So when sculpting my edges, I like to smooth it over with my finger and just help it in reinforcing it into the shape that I want. After the edge starts to look the way that I want it to, I blow dry it to stay in place. So I decided to style the other side off camera just because I wanted to make sure that the style was going to come out right. So in this process, I am just parting off that section, just making sure it is even, just like the other side. So you'll see me looking back and forth just to make sure it is even. And once you part that section out, you'll be able to hot comb it now. After hot combing this section, I began braiding the section that I parted out. And I believe when I hot comb, it does make it flatter and easier to braid because this is curly hair, and curly hair is thicker. So now I'm just making sure that my braid doesn't come out crooked, and then I do have to pull out that section that I'm gonna leave out to give me that little cute curl in the front, just like in the beginning of the video. So just look out for that. After braiding that section out, I do put it in a rubber band using a clear rubber band, and that's how I secure the braid to make sure it doesn't come out. Before adding any product, I am just raking my hands through and spraying it with a spray bottle, just water. And I just put a little makeup on the front just to blend it in a little more. But that smell, I use my liquid mousse and I just spray it on my front just to blend it in a little more. So after spraying my liquid mousse, I put back on my headband just to give it a better melt. Just give me a moment to really admire this hair. Like, I was feeling myself for real. Been on for a good like 5 to 10 minutes, and that is the result. Time for the review, girl. This hair was amazing. Definitely put it in your Amazon cart ASAP. It was affordable. It was quality hair. It was just amazing. Like, it was worth it. Get it.